Hello, darling. Elvira, Mistress of the Dark here. You know, back when I was a sweet, young, innocent thing, I used to love to play with dolls. Then I figured out it was more fun to be the doll who got played with. Anyway, if you like your dollhouse to be filled with characters like Frankenstein's monster and the Wolfman, have I got the company for you. Sideshow Collectibles. For many horror fans, the next best thing to seeing their favorite movie monsters on the prowl is seeing authentic replicas of these creepy characters on their own bookshelves. Brace yourselves as we enter the world of Sideshow Collectibles, the toy company horror and sci-fi collectors are howling over. Over the years, numerous toy companies have taken a stab at creating scaled-down versions of everyone's favorite classic creatures. However, when it comes to today's toys, most monster lovers agree Sideshow Collectibles offers the most detailed, most accurate renditions ever to grace a toy store shelf. And while other companies might churn out countless numbers of mass-produced figures, Sideshow caters to the avid collector by offering their creations in highly prized, limited editions. But there's more to Sideshow than monsters alone. The company is also known for its faithful versions of other pop culture icons. From TV's most animated of families, The Simpsons, to Kermit, Miss Piggy, and the rest of the Muppet Gang. The Lord of the Rings trilogy reigns at Sideshow, with busts and statues designed and sculpted by actual crew members from the blockbuster films. And check out the likenesses on these James Bond replicas. How else could you get Connery, Moore, and Brosnan to stand side by side? Renditions of Bond villains like Jaws have also helped the company take a bite out of the competition. But hey, we're all about monsters, so let's stick with the creepy stuff. First, a little background. Located just a tombstone's throw from Hollywood in Westlake Village, California, Sideshow Collectibles got its start in 1993 as Sideshow Productions, specializing in makeup effects and props for the film industry. It wasn't long before the artists at Sideshow decided to switch gears and pursue their lifelong ambitions, developing monster toys a cut above the rest.
What we have in common is our love for the genre of horror movies. And we all started in our bedrooms making toys, making sculptures, making our own little versions of what we saw in the movies.
In 1999, Sideshow made a monstrous impact on the collectible market with 8-inch action figures based on the infamous Universal Monster lineup. They also scored with comedic miniature monsters called Little Big Heads. In the years since, Sideshow has become world-renowned for creating incredibly detailed, limited editions of 12-inch monster figures, many of which sold out immediately to Sideshow's rabid fan base. Sideshow's frighteningly accurate collection of creepy characters includes classic Lon Chaney creations. The Phantom of the Opera laughs once more, this time as an action figure. And check out the horrific smile on Lon's macabre character from London After Midnight. Lon Chaney Jr. is lurking good as the Wolfman. This most famous of full moon howlers is even available as his alter ego, Larry Talbot. Of course, there's the Frankenstein monster as portrayed by Boris Karloff. And also by the other actors who tried to fill his boots. Just as chillingly realistic are other Universal horror stars, like the Werewolf of London, the creature from the Black Lagoon, the Mummy, and Bela Lugosi as Dracula. Sideshow has even recreated figures from the out-of-this-world TV series The Twilight Zone and beyond the outer limits. And the company hasn't forgotten today's modern masters of mayhem. Freddy Krueger is ready to unleash new nightmares. Michael Myers is up to more Halloween tricks. Friday the 13th's Jason Voorhees comes complete with removable hockey mask. And who could forget Leatherface wielding his Texas chainsaw? All are fully posable and poised to attack. So, how do you make a sideshow monster?
Well, the mission statement of the creative team is to definitely try to take the object or the product we have in question and make it as exact as it appears on film as possible.
First, each figure is meticulously sculpted by the artisans at Sideshow.
I don't go for a direct, dead-on portrait, something that is lifeless. I want to bring some extra life to it, so I'll exaggerate.
Next, these replicas are painstakingly hand-painted. Great care is given to match the exact features of the original movie characters. From there, miniature clothes are designed and fitted, hand-sewn to match the same patterns worn in the classic films.
In many ways, it's like a Le Mans pit crew in here as the thing just races through the assembly line to completion.
Once a prototype is completed and approved, Sideshow creates a frenzy among collectors and retailers by sending out email news blasts about their new creation. That's how some figures become sold out before they ever hit the street. Sideshow's latest venture into monster madness? This massive 18-inch replica of Count Orlok from the 1922 silent classic Nosferatu. The very sight of Max Schreck as the original Prince of Darkness still conjures up nightmares. And Sideshow has captured every horrific feature of this most terrifying of movie monsters.
This is before the vampire was suave, before he was really wooing the ladies. He was really more a creature of supernatural horror at that point. And in pinpointing a character to begin our larger scale format, that somewhat made sense in that it was one of the earliest film representations of a character of this type.
From the wisps of hair over his bat-like ears, to his razor-sharp nails and distressed clothing, the Count looks as menacing as his first appearance over 80 years ago. No wonder this figure sold out immediately after being announced. Good luck sleeping with the eyes of Orlok watching over you. Beloved by horror fans around the world, Sideshow Collectibles knows that action figures have become more than just kid stuff. Owning an authentic Sideshow collectible is like witnessing monster history at its most accurate and chilling.
All of us have a fascination and have an interest in these properties, so we take them, I think, to the next level, and we want to do a better job than anybody.
I think when they say, man, that looks real, it does not get much more satisfactory than that.
Sideshow is a monster collector's nightmare come true.